everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lori, and I'm back with another series. And this series is going to be on self-discipline. Each video this week is going to be on one area that you can really practice on self-discipline, because it's one that I think a lot of people struggle with, right? You're like, okay, I know what I want. Here it is. Oh my God, let's go. And then you're like, I don't feel like doing it, right? So this first episode is going to be on establishing a goal in the first place, right? So first, a goal and a routine. So goals and routines are really important for self-discipline, because again, you want it to become an automatic habit, right? Which I just did on the podcast this week on establishing healthy habits and like, how can you change a negative habit to a positive habit? Well, in order to do that, you have to have a plan and to know your why. So let's say, okay, so that's the first one. I want you to establish what your why is. Why? Why do you want to establish the goal? Okay. I need you to be honest with that. You're like, well, I want to save money. Okay, why? Well, because of my retirement. Okay, that's way blanketed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's great and all, but why? Well, because I don't want to be like struggling with cash. Okay, but again, that's a desperation thing. See, the biggest thing with self-discipline is if you are doing something out of wanting an instant, like in that case, it wouldn't be instant, but like if you're trying to go on a crash diet, if you're trying to clean a house, you're trying to declutter, these are all things that can become, I need to get them done. I need to get them done. It's like going to therapy, going to coaching, and then going, I just want to feel better. Like, I just want it to feel better. Like, what do you mean? That is my goal. My goal is to feel happy. I hear you, but whoa, like we need to go into your why beneath the why. So let me give you an example of what that looks like. Let's say somebody was to come to me and say, hey, I want to lose 25 pounds. Okay. I don't just do weight stuff, but it's the first thing that came into my head. I do mostly empowerment and self-love. But I say weight a lot because for whatever reason, people put a lot of emphasis on their weight. So somebody says, I want to lose 25 pounds. And I go, okay, well, why? Well, because I want to look good in a bikini. Okay, that's a byproduct of something. Like, why are we worried about the aesthetics of it? You want it for the health first. Well, I can sleep better. I can have more energy. I can just, I'll feel good. Like, I'll feel good. I won't feel as heavy, like thick and like, right? So, okay, that makes sense. So, number one, you have to know why. So let's say and I said, well, you know, they're like, oh, I want to look good in a bikini. I'm like, okay, well, why is that important? Well, because then I won't feel so self-conscious. Okay, cool. But why is that important? Well, you know what? I think my husband would find me a lot more attractive. Oh, okay. So it's an insecurity about how your husband feels about you. That's the why. Yes, you want to look in a bikini because, hey, we want to look like, hey, here we go. We're like Baywatch down the thing. But why? Why is that so important? Is it to build your self-esteem? Because that's not the right reason to lose weight. No, that's a byproduct. So in order to be disciplined in the first place, you want to make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons and not out of desperation. Because self-discipline will go away very quickly if you're trying to do it instantly. If you go to therapy for a couple sessions and you think I'm supposed to feel better, but actually you end up feeling worse, because that's very normal. When you're going through healing, no, it's not just like, oh, I'm going to feel better. No, usually you're going to feel like really bad. You're almost going to feel like death has worn over first. And it's a slow going process. So you have to already wrap your head around the discipline before you even start the project. So when you're establishing a goal in any area, doesn't matter if it's weight, doesn't matter if it's personal, any area, it can't be done out of desperation. It's like setting a goal to make fast money. No. Setting a goal so you can be in a relationship by June. No. All of those things are based in desperation. In turn, it's going to be really hard to maintain that level of discipline to keep doing those steps, because your brain isn't getting, your frontal cortex isn't getting that dopamine hit. So it's like, well, this isn't rewarding. It's not rewarding for me. I'm not getting that instant reward. That's why your self-discipline wanes, because it's boring or it's mundane. And if you're not willing to do those baby steps and have an actionable plan, then you are 1000% not going to be self-disciplined. So if you go from, I'm going to get up at 9:00, I think I used this in the podcast episode, is if you say, I'm getting up at 9, I want to be part of the 5 a.m. club, have at it by yourself, not this girl. But you're not going to get up tomorrow and go, okay, I need to get up at 5:00 because I need to make sure that I'm productive, and I need to make sure that I know I'm going to be better, and I'm going to feel better, and I'll get in a workout. Holy cow, your self-discipline is only going to be good for a few days. You're putting so much emphasis on that being your worth. Stop putting things as your worth. Your job is not your worth. You being a parent is not your worth. You being a spouse is not your worth. You being a kid is not your worth. You are enough just for your existence. But now you have to ask yourself, how can I better myself? It's not about other people. So in order to be self-disciplined, you have to do so from having a very clear idea that this is going to take time. There's going to be setbacks. There's like everything isn't just going to go as planned. You're going to have a plan A, or you're going to have a plan. That doesn't mean it's the plan. And I need you to be very clear on that. You can have a plan, but it doesn't mean it's the plan. So part of your self-discipline and where you have a hard time being consistent with it is your goals are too broad, right? This is why I go to episode 37 of my podcast, and you can see the podcast on microgoaling. And it's so important, right? Because your self-discipline you have to be okay with these little teeny tiny goals, and you have to do them consecutively. Remember, because a habit is really self-discipline, right? Self-discipline is a habit, right? And being able to do so when you don't feel like it, being able to do so knowing that you're not going to have an instant payoff, doing so to know that, hey, you know what? The days that I go, wah, I don't feel like doing it, I got to do it anyway. Right? But you can do that with the understanding that you're not looking for an instant payoff, or that payoff doesn't look like it's so far and far beyond. So instead of going, I'm going to get up from not 9 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock. Well, we're only going to bump you back 15 minutes and we're going to stay there for a while. Yeah, it could take you 6 months before you're getting up at 5 o'clock. Yep. Oh, you don't want to wait that long? Then your self-discipline is lacking. So you have to understand your why in order to even remotely make that a thing, right? So when you're in that space of accepting that you're in control of this and that you're going to have to do things, and that's going to be all about this like BS motivation thing coming up. I got one of those coming for you this week. I promise. It's part of the series. And that's why the procrastination and all of that self-sabotage, when you're lacking the self-discipline, you're saying that you're not worthy of the time for yourself. You're not worthy to do that. So when you have self-discipline, you know that you're worthy, even if you don't feel like it, that you're worthy, right? And so understanding your why. So let's go into your goals again. To be self-disciplined in something, I need you to go back and be very clear about why you have this goal. It can't be something that's superficial. It can't be something that's fast. It can't be something that's desperate. So if it's fast, if it's superficial, and if it's desperate, it's not a goal. That's a pipe dream. You can't be disciplined in something that you're not honest to yourself about. Be honest with yourself of knowing it's going to take time. On the days that you really don't feel like doing it, it doesn't matter. You're going to do it anyway. So you have to allow yourself to have common, tiny, baby steps within your goal. They are so much more attainable within your self-discipline when you understand this ain't fun and games. It's not all fun and games. It's going to be a little difficult. So when you wrap your head around that and you don't just go out and buy stuff and think that instantaneously you're just going to have all of the self-discipline, you're self-disciplined when you're doing it for the right reasons, not the desperate reasons, not the anxious reasons, not the, if I do this, people like me more, I'll be richer, I'll be healthier. That's great. All which are byproducts of the actual reason. So you want to go back through some of your goals and things that you want to do and ask yourself why. Why? Well, because it'll be neater in the house. Okay, but why is that important? Well, because I can think clearly. Okay, so don't worry about doing the whole house. Do 2 drawers in your desk. Do a drawer later on that week. Do a drawer, but have a plan. And that's going to be what we're talking about tomorrow, because we have to identify those obstacles. There will be obstacles. You have to be comfortable in identifying them. So that is your first step in self-discipline, understanding your why and doing it for the right reasons. Okay, so now go back and redo them. It's not fast. It's not to get people to like you. It's not to get you to like other people. This is all about you and keeping realistic and attainable, achievable goals. Then it's not going to be as much work and you're going to have a much more realistic expectation of it. And so in turn, you'll be a lot more self-disciplined.